I'm not able to do it? Okay. You must know what I was about to put up there, Mayor. Well, I tell you what, I can verbalize it. That's fine. Try Chrome. It's just like Shelby County Schools. You can't get to anything. Well, I'm not trying to. I'm talking about my students. I will try it again. Okay. I'll find it in a second. But first of all, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon to all. Mr. Mayor, thank you for your presentation on your first proposed budget out of at least 4. I anticipate working with you. I have not met with you yet, scheduling conflicts, but we will meet. As the budget chair, it has to happen, so we will have those meetings. Chief Financial Officer Collins and many members of the administration, congratulations on bringing a balanced budget that reflects the needs of the citizens of Memphis. As you know, Mr. Mayor, almost half of our council consists of new members who will be examining their first budget and enduring a unique process called budget hearings, which will start next week, Tuesday the 26th. And we will make sure that the public, as well as council members and others, have our final display of our budget hearings, which will start. I don't want new or seasoned council members to endure a budget season as other budget seasons. You used to be the budget chair, so you know how frustrating it could be when things are passed or things are not passed, but when particular items are passed, because you have a constituency as well as we do, sometimes those services are requested and the fiscal note is approved in the budget hearings, but sometimes those services are not provided. Our respective constituencies keep us accountable. You know this. And all responsibility cannot be placed on the council when decisions are made. I appreciate you mentioning community centers in your presentation. As you know, libraries, parks, and community centers are very important in our respective communities. I bring this up because I just want to make sure with this new administration that we have, we will be vetting the budget, and most likely that budget will be presented with a lot of amendments. And we want to make sure if there are amendments that are put in place that respective council members that ask for those particular services, those things happen within that year. And the only reason why I wanted to bring something up here is I want you to see something. And I have a few people who are here from Mitchell High School. Now, I know you're probably asking me, why in the world am I showing a scene from Color Purple? You have probably no idea. I just want you to see. I fast-forwarded from the profanity so nobody will hear that because we have people present for the next scene. Now, I know, Mr. Mayor, you're probably like, why are you showing me this? You've probably seen this, so you know exactly what scene this is, right?
It's been a while.
It's been a while, so, okay, this is the scene where Mr. is about to cook food for Suge Avery, and he's about to burn up everything. But I just want to pause right, hold on. I want to pause right there. I want you to look at that stove right there. This stove almost looks like the same stove at 2 of the community centers in my district almost. Now, I know you're probably thinking I'm embellishing, but I'm not too far off. The money was put in the budget almost 11 months ago. And I still see that in those respective community centers. The only reason why I want to bring that up is I don't want new council members as well as seasoned ones to go through this process and then they ask for particular things as well. And then after a year's time, we still see the same stoves, the same kitchen equipment, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't mind showing you where that was put in the budget if need be. But to go back, there are just 4 items that I want us to work on collaboratively. So I asked for the mayor and the administration to provide the following so that this council can make the best educated decisions pertaining to the 2017 budget. If the budget presented is revenue neutral, as you said, Mr. Mayor, I'm asking for the administration to provide the source of the money found at $3.8 million for the increases, and be specific as possible as where the source or sources are located in the overall budget, if it's police or otherwise. If it's not located in the police budget, then we have sources that are provided to us from other divisions. That would be greatly appreciated. Moreover, if any other individuals or divisions are getting increases, what are the sources? Number two, concerning police radios, which you discussed, is this equipment proprietary or global? I ask that because if we're looking at this from a longitudinal basis, the reasoning behind it is we want to make sure that it's important that we know if universal equipment is what we need that works. Number three, we talked about this upstairs to a particular degree. We have discussed this, and the media has discussed this in so many ways regarding MWBE. If we can illustrate where the administration is building capacity in the MWBE pool, it would be greatly appreciated, especially if that pool is limited to those that are in the UCA or any other certified agency. And then last and not least, if we could have a summary of exit interviews for all public safety individuals, officers, firefighters that have left the system over the last 4 years. And if we could be specific on whether those individuals left over pay, safety reasons, retirement, et cetera, et cetera. Now, we have heard several reasons, but the council, and I don't want to speak for everybody, but when you want to make an educated decision, you want to make sure that you have the facts. Any frivolous billboard today can say that Easter is tomorrow, but that doesn't mean that this council person is going to go home and start dyeing eggs. I want to make sure that there is empirical evidence in place to prove the claim that officers leave for whatever reasons. You talk about the 2,400 police officers that we need. I believe that public safety is very important, and I don't think that any other council member disagrees. So let's make sure that we have all of that observed verification so that we can work together on all of those items. I'm looking out for my council colleagues as well as the city, so I hope you appreciate those 4 items. I look forward to working with you as well throughout this process, and I do sincerely appreciate you articulating the good things that are happening in Memphis, and you did a good job in doing that. In fact, those that went to University of Memphis, you know we have a brand new coach, but I also want to make sure if everybody can stay for the next item, item number 2. Even though we have new University of Memphis Tigers that will be coming with this new coach, in the audience today we have old school. So I hope that you all can stay for item number 2 as the little general and his Mitchell High School team, who has won 3 straight championships, is here also today. So thank you very much again, Mr. Mayor. Look forward to working with you, and we will figure out a time so that we can go ahead and work on not having that kitchen at Mitchell Community Center in Pine Hill. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilman.
Also, I was going to note that, unfortunately, at least one of our fire stations has a stove that looks like that, too.
Councilman Boyd.